So April may be a very nice month for you, Capricorn, the way it opens up, especially the way it begins. Um, there's a lot of fire energy here too as well. So when Empress shows up, it's funny because it's a springtime kind of card. Anyway, Empress is a card sometimes associated with Ceres or Demeter, the mother. I look at Empress as embodying Ostara and Demeter. They're goddesses that rule spring and summer. So anytime that the land is fertile, you can see in this card, she's got flowers, waterfalls, everything is green around her. Sometimes she's also depicted with animals. And she's a woman who is abundant, prosperous, and often very fertile. Sometimes Empress is portrayed as being pregnant. So this is a card of feeling full, feeling like everything that you touch grows. So when Empress appears, you're connecting with feminine energy, you're connecting with things that are growing, things just feel lush and full. So that's a wonderful way to open April. And if any of you are looking to get pregnant, Empress is a good signal for fertility. And as we know too, in the spring, like it's when everything comes forth. So wonderful, wonderful card for the beginning of April for you, Capricorn. I also see here you have Jack of Wands. This is a card of fire. So Jack of Wands means feeling confident, bold, daring, passionate. In the Rider-Waite, this guy is on a horse that is up on two legs. So Jacks are always about balancing energies. So what it means is be confident, be bold, but don't be daring, overly daring or cocky or like foolhardy. Like don't be so daring that you take a leap before you evaluate the situation. But do trust in yourself. Do have that confidence. Do have boldness and daring. There's a lot of fire behind you here. So this card is saying, go for it. Now's the time is ripe. I mean, Empress can be fertile, as well as like the time is ripe. Same with this card. So these two cards together are saying the time is ripe, and this card is a card of visions and dreams. So the time is ripe for your visions to come true. This is Three of Wands, which is a creative card. 3 is a creative number. And in this card, we see someone who is the visionary, who is envisioning what he would like to create, what sort of empire he would like to build, what sort of dreams, visions would he like to bring into reality. So use this time to employ your energies. This is fire, so that's action, that's vitality, passion, courage, all of that, towards your dreams. Now is the time. Things are ripe and fertile for your dreams to, have some action put towards them. What I would say is be careful of not overthinking things. This is a card that can represent being too in your head about something. The swords represent the air element, which is the mental element. And all of these swords represent different thoughts. And you can really bind yourself up by overthinking something, splitting hairs, or worrying, or being tense or anxious. So this card is always a reminder to not make mountains out of molehills, not to split hairs. You can see that you may have some things to think through. That's like the 3 swords that are on the bottom that are actually interacting with the hands. But don't make it into 9 swords. Like, don't go in circles in your head. You will only be fighting yourself and, causing yourself additional and extensive worry and anxiety that you don't need. It's almost like you're binding your own hands. So be careful that if you notice at the beginning of April, you're feeling full and abundant and wanting to put energy towards fulfilling your dreams and your visions. Don't get too in your head about it and say, what if this, what if that, what if this goes wrong, what if that goes wrong? That's the energy of this card. Leave it to just be the few things that you need to figure out, and don't create more thoughts or problems than are there. So that's the beginning of April for you, Capricorn. In the middle of April, look at this. I see your strength here. Strength is showing up surrounded by 2 cup cards. 3 cup cards actually here. So what this means is that you could have some strength in love or strength in your emotional state. This is a new beginning, Ace of Cups, and that's a new beginning of the heart. Aces always signify beginnings, and the cups represent the emotional state or the heart center. And the fact that you have strength here shows, with Ace of Cups, shows that you have, some endurance, some fortitude, some patience. You have some strength. It's not forcing things, but this is a new beginning. And Jack of Cups is a message of the heart. You can see he's wearing the winged messenger cap of Hermes or Mercury, the Greek god of the messenger. You can sometimes see that as used for the logo for like florists because they're delivering a message. And then he's carrying this cup, which means emotion. And he's saying, I have a message of love for you. I'm sharing something that's on my heart. Whether that's you or someone else that's sharing the message, there's a message of the heart that is coming to you, and you're in a strong place. You're in a place to receive it. And I also see too, you've got a Knight of Cups here, that's centered around your strength, and also a Knight of Wands. So you could have multiple messages of love coming towards you. This card too, Page of Cups, can sometimes mean infatuation. So it's all having to do with strength, patience, endurance, and fortitude. And that's leading to something new. It could be that the strength that you've been showing, patience, fortitude, endurance, is what's allowing you to experience this new Ace of Cups, I call this card My Cup Runneth Over, because it's the water element, which is emotion, and it's so full that it can't even contain it. And this Dove of Peace is there too. So there's some nice messages here for you regarding love, Capricorn. I mean, there's one thing here where it's Three of Swords, and that has to do with heartbreak and betrayal that may be involved with this infatuation. But you have other things going on here. Again, strength is surrounded by these Cups cards, and one is a new beginning. That is sort of a stronger message than what's going on here. This is towards the end of the month. This is happening at the beginning part of the month. This too is a card of patience. Seven of Coins is a card it's the Farmer card. So it's a card of assessment, reevaluation. When I see this card, I always say, think about what the seeds that you're sowing are the fruits that you want to reap. Especially with this new endeavor regarding your heart. There's a lot of joy, passion, creativity, love here. When you begin this new thing, whatever's coming to you with this, take some time to evaluate, take some time to reassess. Sometimes this card can also mean direction change, but it means patience also, because you need to have time for whatever it is that you're tending to, whatever your garden is, to develop and grow and sweeten, really. So take whatever you initiate here, or whatever begins, take time to evaluate it, to assess whether or not it is what you want to grow. There may be a way in which you have to not consider what anybody else thinks. This is Hanged Man, and it means like marching to the beat of your own drum. So it means like not being concerned about what others think. Like, he goes against convention and he's not really worried about it. He's hung in this upside down position because he's different from everyone else, and they've said, you're different, we're stringing you up, you're being used as an example of how not to do things. But he doesn't really care. He does things in his own way, and he's actually comfortable there. He finds, through a different perspective, he finds enlightenment. So this is a real card that's supporting you in marching to the beat of your own drum, doing things your own unique way, even if it might be considered eccentric by anyone else. So find comfort in discomfort too, is another message of this card. This card, Page of Cups, sometimes can mean a water sign, and is usually a younger or more immature or naive person, but it's someone who's willing to experiment with their feelings. And sometimes I translate this as infatuation, but it's being willing in terms of your heart. There may be a way in which in the past you've experienced heartbreak or disappointment or sadness. You know, this is betrayal. This Three of Swords means all of those things. So what it's showing me is that that's in the reverse position. That's in shadow. That may have had to do with the past. But right now, this entertaining this thought of your heart is coming up for you, both in this card, and in this card. They're all carrying that single cup, which is your heart. This one's saying it's full. This is infatuation. This is a message from the heart. And they're all surrounding the strength card. So connect with your strength. Connect with your patience, your fortitude, not forcing things. You'll notice she opens the lion's mouth with gentleness. You know, the strong heart, that word courage comes from the word heart, which lions are associated with. This is also a card of courage. So there's a lot of heart energy that's showing up for you, Capricorn. Try not to let old past heartbreaks, disillusionment, sadness, betrayals affect who you believe yourself to be. If you, for example, this is a card of luxury. This is a card of enjoyment of life. This is a card of enjoying the riches that you've brought to yourself through your own self-discipline. If you've had some sadnesses or heartbreak or disappointments or betrayal, don't let it make you think that you can never enjoy anything, that the good things are never going to come to you. That may be a tendency for you to think of things towards the end of the month that way, but that's in shadow. That has to do with your doubts and your fears. What's in the upright position is this whole like diamond energy around your heart. It's all hearts, emotionally based stuff, even with courage appearing twice here. So what I'm going to say for you, Capricorn, is towards the beginning of the month, use all of this abundant, prosperous energy, this fire energy, to put it towards your dreams. Don't get wrapped up in overthinking things or analyzing details too much. That's what can happen with Nine of Swords. So that's just a warning on that. And then towards the middle of the month, use your strength, your patience, your endurance, your fortitude to begin something new that you love. Have patience with it and do it in your own way. And allow all this cups energy to flourish around you. This message of the heart, whether that's something that's coming towards you or something that you need to share with someone else, you know, initiating a new beginning. Allowing yourself to have that willingness and that openness towards your, you know, with your heart. And don't let old heartbreaks, old disappointments, betrayals haunt you into thinking that you're never going to be able to get what you want. This is someone who lives in luxury and she brings it to herself. So that card is showing up for you, but don't let thoughts, fears, or doubts about that affect you, especially towards the latter part of the month. Doing things in your own eccentric way, even if it doesn't look traditional, even if it's not how everybody else does it, if it's not conventional, that's okay. Remember that this card finds enlightenment even among looking uncomfortable or looking like he's in trouble. He's actually very comfortable there, and he's okay doing things his own way. Things work out for him. So that's my message for you for April, Capricorn. Use this wonderful energy towards the beginning, towards taking direct steps towards your dreams. That's my reading. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did like it, feel free to share, like, or subscribe.